How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk about stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. We also got to go over the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about SOS and we're going to be talking about EBON. But before we get started, I got to go over the agenda for today so you know what you're going to be getting in this video. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is price action for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and as well as Dogecoin. This does have an impact in regards to how our stocks perform, so that's why I feel it's very key that we go over this. After that, then we're going to be doing the technical analysis for SOS and EBON, taking a look at how they performed on the day and what we want to look for as far as for tomorrow and as this week progresses. And then after that, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts, summing everything up. And hey, that's about it. You already know I got to make sure when I do these videos, they have to be value packed. So let's take a look at the price action for Bitcoin. As we can see, it's at $55,293.60. The screenshot was taken at 6:16 p.m. And I must say, I like what I'm seeing. It's rebounding very well, and I don't mind seeing some more consolidation and support in this 55K range to 57. But I want to see 60K either by this weekend or by next week. As you guys know already, I want to see Bitcoin hitting 100K before the end of the year or the beginning of next. And that's why I'm prepared to hold these stocks like SOS and EBON. Now, let's move on to Ethereum. So for Ethereum, it is at $2,636.72. And yes, you're seeing that clearly, killing it on those all-time highs. But you know what? We're not surprised about that. We knew it would have recovered a lot quicker than Bitcoin. So this is part of the reasons why you guys need to watch these parts of the video. So let's move on to Doge. So as we take a look at Doge, it is in the 27-cent range. We've already seen that previously before. So it looks like it's building up some consolidation and support. Is it going to be able to hold this level? Hey, we're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to be seeing this. But at the same time, it definitely looks like it's consolidating. So that's great for anyone who's holding Doge and so forth. So now let's get into the technical analysis for SOS and EBON. Then I'll give you guys my final thoughts afterwards. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for EBANG International, ticker symbol EBON. So let's take a look at its overall performance on the day. So I ended up closing the day at $4.49, being up 2.98% on the day. We take a look at the ranges. On the low, it tested $4.30, and on the high, $4.57. So one thing to take notice of, and we spoke about this previously, is this $4 support. So we see that it's actually holding up, and it didn't even end up testing it today, which was great to see. So what I want to see EBON actually do now is hold up this area of support that we can see clearly here, right at this $4.30 level. Seeing some similarities here to SOS as far as support and resistance. I hope you guys are paying attention to this. Just wanted to point that out very quickly. But so for this $4.30 level, this is an area that we want to see continue being held up, especially going on and as the week progresses. We are seeing quite the look of a bullish trend forming here, because we can see from the 21-day it's at $4.37. But at the same time, we close right above that 21-day EMA, which is great to know. So what we need to look out for, and we've pointed this out in the past, is this area of resistance that we had at this $4.45 level. The fact that we closed above it at $4.49, I'd like to see in after hours us continuing to be bullish and finishing at least above $4.46. Looking at it in after hours, I see it's around $4.48, so I would love to see a move to $4.50. We already see that the 200-day over here is right around $4.62, so that is definitely an area that EBON can test. Whether it's going to be happening tomorrow with a lot more volatility in the market with Joe Biden speaking, we're going to have to see, right? But as this week progresses, I would love to see EBON testing into that 460 level and then making that move to 5 sometime next week. Now, if we take a look at other areas of resistance that we need to pay attention to, is also right here. And the reason why I'm bringing this to significance, and this is right around the $4.80 level. You see how we have a bit of a gap here to fill, like to be right here, to be exact. If we're able to pass through this 462, like I was saying previously, this is why I say there's a lot of room where we can move it up to 480. If we can get past 480, then it's definitely a strong move going to $5, where we meet another area of resistance, as you can see from the chart. Once we pass this particular area, things start looking very bullish for EBON. So hey, that's what we're going to be looking forward to. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for SOS. So let's take a look at its overall performance on the day. So we ended up closing the day at $4.41, being down 4.13%. On the ranges, on the low, it tested $4.38, and on the high at $4.75. So one thing that we have noticed a trend is that the support levels are increasing for SOS. We tested an area of support here right at $3.60. We've been testing this area of support right over here at that $4 level, which we've talked about quite a bit on this channel. We also see this level of support here at $4.20, and now here we are holding up some support here at $4.40. Even though it broke to $4.38, we recovered fairly quickly here. So this is just something to understand and to be aware of. So what I'd want to see is a continuation of this trend, but we do know that Joe Biden is going to be speaking tomorrow, so there's going to be some volatility. So let's take a look at the areas of resistance. So we take a look at the areas of resistance. We definitely have some resistance area here right at this $4.68 level, the 470, and it's part of the reasons why when we were able to get past it, we ended up seeing a strong move getting up to 475, but then it was met with tremendous selling pressure. So this ended up driving the stock back down, and we literally could not get past this resistance area right here around this $4.58. So just taking this into consideration, I'd love to see a retest of these areas come tomorrow. I want to see us retest 470. If we don't, I want to see us being able to actually respect the support area here at 440. If we don't, then we got to look out for this level here right around the 430s, and I'd want that area to hold. If that area did not end up holding, then we would be getting a test of 420. So what does this do? If you're looking for swing trade opportunities, there's definitely presented here if the stock decides to pull back and the market conditions are even more volatile. But do be aware and do understand, I feel that if we can get some momentum above this $4.75 level and get to the 480s, I'll be looking for a very strong move into the test into another next area where we can get into the 490s and make that move to 5. Is that going to be happening this week? Hey, that would be great. But if it happens next week, so like near pretty much the beginning of May, then that's actually not bad either. And it's definitely a good sign and showing a bullish trend. So for my final thoughts for SOS and EBON, I am still holding my position. We saw that EBON ended up having a pretty good day and then also SOS being down on the day. But the one thing that we realized with both of these stocks in regard to support levels, they are getting better. And that's very, very key to understand and to know, especially if you are a shareholder. We also need to understand, we also got a lot more volatility inside the markets. Joe Biden is going to be having a speech on Wednesday. So a lot of stocks today ended up being affected, and I won't be surprised if this continues going into tomorrow as well. I just want to make sure you keep this on your radar. Also, I'm going to ask this again. Are you keeping these crypto plays in your watch list? I'm not only talking about SOS and EBON here. I'm talking about Mara, Riot, Coin, Hive. By seeing how the sector is doing overall in general, seeing which stocks are pulling back, how are they doing, are they the same, you can get a good idea in regards to fluctuations and why things are happening in front of you in the particular space. You don't want to just focus on these one or two stocks and not look at everything as a whole picture. The next thing that I want to get into, if you are afraid to lose the money that you're investing in regards to whether it's SOS or it's EBON, then maybe it is not the right position for you. I'm getting some messages and Dre's like, oh, it's not going to go where I want it to go. And I'm like, hey, do you believe that Bitcoin is going to be hitting 100K? If your answer is yes, and it's going to be happening before the end of the year, then be prepared to hold before the end of the year or up until the end of the year. Understand that. If you know that you cannot hold or you don't have the patience for it, then you shouldn't be in this play whatsoever. The next thing that I want to go over as well, since there's a lot of heavy manipulation, be careful with the call options, especially the $5 calls, because again, it is trading in a very tight channel, and I want you guys to know this. We made that spike up early in the morning to around $4.75, and then it got knocked right back down to where we're closed just above $4.40. So taking this into consideration, if this continues continues going into Friday, we know this is up. We saw the same thing going on as well as last week. There's also a ton of open interest on the $5 call options as well. So as long as people are buying these options and you're having a short-term outlook, then you're just going to be setting yourselves up for losing money. I just have to be honest with you guys. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos that'll tell you, hey, it's going to $20, it's squeezing to $50. So you say, well, you know what, let me go out and buy some call options so, you know, it could expire before the week so I can get that potential short squeeze. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm not telling you that. I'm not going to tell you it's going to hit 20, 50 every single day for the sake of views. What I am telling you, though, and from what I'm seeing from the chart and as well as the price action, the same institutions who are selling these options, I'm pretty sure, are also shorting this stock. So be aware of that. Know what's happening. Buy shares if you are able to, and hold those shares. You will benefit much greater than those call options that have short-term deadlines. And if you are going to buy options, go further out. Probably look into getting into a leap, maybe for next year or maybe later on in this year around December and so forth. But personally, if I was going to buy options for SOS, I'll be looking at for next year. And that's just my opinion on that. I did buy SOS options because I was saying, hey, well, you know what? I wanted to see a move. I didn't end up seeing that. And those options I have not even bought anymore. They're still sitting there. I have one that they expire on May the 7th, but that's about it. I'm not investing anymore in them. So I just wanted to update you guys. Hope you guys found this video helpful, and we'll talk soon.